Everyone tells you that you should invest, start early to build for the future. The stock market, in fact, which is often recommended by many, is an excellent way for someone to do this. So, what is the problem? The problem is that it will take time. And not just time, years. And you don't want to wait. You don't want to. You want to get the car now, not at 70. You want to buy a house now. You want to live your life now. Not that you can't do all these things at 60, 70, etc. But what is preferable? To become rich now or in 20 years. I don't know anyone who would want to become rich later instead of now. And what should I do, you might ask? How to become rich? Stay tuned until now, the end of this video, because I will tell you 3 ways. You can get rich now and not at 70. It's important to watch the entire video, because if you miss any information, it might not work, and you might not be able to apply exactly what I will explain to you. To make money quickly, give this video a like now in advance for good karma. So they tell you to buy the S&P 500, they tell you to buy bonds, they tell you to buy ETFs. Write in the comments below how many times you've received this kind of advice, and get a little annoyed when you hear all this. And you might say, aren't these good? Aren't these good investments? Can't I make money from these stock market products? Of course, you can make money, and indeed they are great products. The problem is, as we mentioned earlier, that these 3 products, namely the S&P 500, bonds, and ETFs, will not make you money immediately. Yes, they can make you rich on their own, but it will take years. And this is naturally due to the low risk that these products present, as is known in the stock market, high risk, high reward. Here the reverse, low reward. So if you want to get rich quickly, you will have to take risks. And if this is something you want to do and are interested in, stay with me because we are about to talk about the first investment method that can make you rich quickly, which is, of course, cryptocurrencies. In the near future, it is an economy that will flourish, and many currencies will see explosive growth. More specifically, Bitcoin is likely to continue its role as digital gold, with increasing adoption by hedge funds, sovereign wealth funds, and even central banks. If interest rates stabilize or decrease, Bitcoin could see new all-time highs. On the other hand, Ethereum remains the backbone of DeFi and NFTs. Currently, its price has dropped significantly, and this might be a unique buying opportunity at a discount if inflation remains under control and central banks ease monetary policies. Cryptocurrencies will benefit from increased liquidity. Conversely, economic uncertainty may lead investors toward stablecoins as safe havens. The year 2025 is estimated to be an upward year for cryptocurrencies if institutional adoption, regulatory support, and technological advancements align. Remember to conduct your own fundamental analysis before investing in a cryptocurrency and not to rely on social media hype. The second way to become rich by 30 and not by 60 is through growth stocks. Similar to cryptocurrencies, we're talking about stocks that will see a surge in their price in the near future. The logic here is that we buy a stock when its value is low, which happens in its early stages, meaning when the stock is still new, so that in the future, when its value has multiplied, our investment's value will have multiplied accordingly, allowing us to. Just like with cryptocurrencies, there is also a high risk here, as we are chasing high returns. But that's precisely why we talk about such high returns. One piece of advice I would give you, if you're interested in this type of investment, is not to focus on individual stocks, but on entire sectors that are experiencing growth. And of course, always conduct fundamental and technical analysis before making an investment. Finally, the third way you can become rich quickly is by starting your own business. Obviously, Jeff Bezos didn't become wealthy by buying the S&P 500, nor did Warren Buffett, the world's greatest investor. A business can quickly lead you to wealth. But of course, there is a different kind of risk here compared to the other 2 cases. In my opinion, starting a business carries an additional risk, beyond the obvious, which is the loss of time and potential capital in case of failure. It's the psychological factor. If you fail in the cryptocurrency market or the stock market, you'll blame the market. The indices fell, the cryptos fell. But here, if your idea fails, the one you believed in and loved so much, and you put love and creativity into building, There you can't blame anyone else but yourself. And statistically, some business ideas will fail, no matter how much you worked, how much you tried, or how much you believed in them. If you fall into the trap of failure and disappointment, it's hard to escape from it. You must consider failures as given and part of the process. You learn from failure, not from success. One piece of advice I will give you here before you start building a business is to examine and verify that there is a market that demands what you are selling. Make sure there is a buying audience for your product and demand for it. You can do this in several ways, such as with a YouTube video where you talk about the product, a post on social media, an MVP, which is a minimum viable product, and more. Finally, if you want to start a business, don't go all in, but try to start with the smallest possible capital, even zero if possible. Then, with the first profits, you will invest in your business to further develop it. In other words, in business, it's a matter of seeing and doing. Don't expect to have all the answers ready before you start. Start wherever you are, and along the way, you will find solutions and adapt. Remember that all three methods presented in this video carry high risk. Tell me which is your favorite method of generating income, and as always, stay away from scams, and we'll talk in the next video.